Hey guys, welcome to another film study video. This time we're going to be looking at the great Sugar Ray Robinson versus Rocky Graziano, who was also a champion. In my opinion, Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest boxer of all time, one of the most skilled fighters in history of boxing, and one of the most best sweet scientists to ever lace up gloves and get in that square circle. So with that said, on to the video. If you know boxing, then you know that the left jab is the most important punch in boxing. Now, what happens to a fighter when his left jab gets completely neutralized? Rocky Graziano finds out the hard way, because here you see him shoot his left jab, and you see Sugar Ray Robinson, just a sweet scientist, change levels, change head slots, parries the jab at the same time. Notice he actually parries that jab, changing levels. What does he do? He shoots a jab down to the body. Quick point on the jab down to the body. The jab to the body is a natural counterpunch for a left jab to the head. Anybody knows that. That's just simple body mechanics. If somebody jabs to your head and you dip and change levels and shoot a jab down to his body, a left jab to the body is always a natural counterpunch for a left jab to the head. So that's what you see Sugar Ray Robinson doing there. The great Sugar Ray Robinson then goes on to show you how he can also neutralize a left jab to the head using a right over the top. So Rocky Graziano shoots a left jab to the head. A second jab. Look at what Sugar Ray Robinson does. He just comes over the top with a booming right hand and counters him again. So he done showed you two different ways where he can counter a left jab. Beautiful. Here you see Sugar Ray Robinson shoot his jab, catches Rocky Graziano as he's coming in. Then he fires the left hook, right hook combo. And then he's trying to show you he's an elite fighter, okay? He's an elite fighter, so head control has to be discussed. Notice how he immediately begins seeking out different points on Rocky Graziano's body, which he can completely control. He first begins by controlling Graziano's shoulder, left shoulder, then you see him control Graziano's right shoulder. Then look what he does here, how he begins to turn while controlling Graziano. Look, Graziano is trying everything he can to shoot some punches. He's trying to return fire. But like I told you, elite fighters, champions, they don't take return fire. Floyd Mayweather doesn't take return fire. Andre Ward doesn't take it. Muhammad Ali didn't take it. Okay? The greats control their opponents. Look at how Sugar Ray Robinson is controlling his shoulder, controlling his arm the whole time. It's like he's playing with his young son. It's like he's playing with a child here. He just makes Rocky Graziano look like he doesn't belong in the ring with him. And from off of the control, Graziano then shoots this right hand. And look at that. Beautiful defense, how he just takes a step back. Okay, guys, as you know, it's the little things in boxing that really begin to show the difference between great fighters and elite fighters. Here you see Sugar Ray Robinson with his back to the ropes. Rocky Graziano shows his lead hand. So Rocky Graziano understands the importance of showing that lead hand, establishing range with the lead hand, occupying Robinson's guard upstairs. Beautiful from Graziano. Sugar Ray Robinson understands the dangers of being on the ropes, so look what he does. He fires off this short left hook. It's a short, sharp left hook. It's a very light left hook. He doesn't mean to hurt Graziano with that, but see, his intentions to do that was by firing this left hook, he gets Graziano to keep his guard up, right? Graziano responds by lifting his guard up, covering his face. And look what the great Sugar Ray Robinson does. Once Graziano does this, he actually puts his forearm and locks his forearm in between the space created by Graziano's head and his guard, and he actually puts his forearm in that position and locks Graziano's guard there and actually controls Graziano with his forearm and prevents Graziano being able to fire anything back. Rocky's unable to fire anything back because Sugar Ray Robinson sticks his forearm in between his arm and his head and controls him that way, and then uses that to turn off the ropes. Do you understand the level of skill of this man? I mean, this is incredible. He puts his forearm in there and controls Graziano with the forearm, preventing Graziano from firing any punches, and then turns off the ropes. Outstanding. Here you see Sugar Ray Robinson slip to the inside of Rocky Graziano's left jab. And once he does that, as he does that, he fires off a kind of a light jab of his own. It's not really meant to do any damage. And then he fires this beautiful left uppercut from underneath, from the inside of that left jab. From when he slips that left jab, he fires this beautiful left uppercut, catches Rocky Graziano clean. And he does all this while pivoting to his left. So this is an amazing boxer, showing you his mastery of the fundamentals of boxing. Okay, here you see Sugar Ray Robinson show you why he's the greatest fighter of all time. In the first round of the fight, he noticed that almost every time that Rocky Graziano would change levels, like you see in the video right now, as you see him doing, Sugar Ray Robinson noticed that almost every time Graziano did that, he came up with a powerful left hook to the head. Right, Graziano would change levels like this and then shoot a big left hook to the head. It caught Robinson maybe once or twice in the first round. So look what Robinson does here. It just shows you how he adjusts to that tactic by Graziano. As soon as he sees Graziano change levels like that again, so Robinson at this point knows, okay, that big left hook is coming. Look what Robinson does. Fires that beautiful right uppercut right down the middle. This is just amazing hand speed, amazing power. Fires that right uppercut down the middle. Look at this. Look how he slips that big left hook. So, I mean, it's just amazing because he knew that left hook was coming since the first round because he's seen it a couple times. And then the genius to fire that right uppercut down the middle and still have the time and the presence of mind to slip that left uppercut, which he already knew was coming. This man is a genius. Here you see Sugar Ray Robinson lead with his left hook, and Graziano manages to catch the left hook. I don't think it really gets through. Yeah, Graziano catches that left hook, and then you see Robinson immediately off of that left hook transition into controlling Rocky Graziano. I keep talking about control because, you know, the elites will tell you how useful controlling is. Now, as Sugar Ray Robinson controls Rocky Graziano, notice how he then fires off a right hand, and then immediately off that right hand goes right back to controlling. He goes right back to controlling Graziano, and then off of the control, this is beautiful. Off of this control, he fires that left hook, that short, sharp left hook, and then a right hand, and then another jab. He kind of jabs in that right hand, so he just unleashes on Graziano. But the only way this happens, you know, it's not about just seeing the punches. It's about understanding how he controls Graziano, and then unleashes off of control. Beautiful to watch. Here you see leading up to the knockout, Sugar Ray Robinson shoots his jab. He shoots that quick jab he has, fighting behind his left shoulder. Beautiful technique. Rocky Graziano adopts a low position, changing levels to avoid the jab. And then you see how Sugar Ray Robinson then feints this jab. He feints a jab, and he notices Rocky Graziano's reaction was to change levels and move his head out to the left. So Robinson just takes note of this. So you guys watching the video should take note of this too, how Sugar Ray Robinson feints, and look at Graziano's reaction. Sugar Ray Robinson uses the feint to buy himself time because he's an elite fighter. He uses that feint to buy himself time. Notice how he uses it to then create distance between himself and Graziano. He goes onto the ropes. His back is onto the ropes. He squares up to Graziano. Graziano uses this opportunity to shoot his jab. Sugar Ray Robinson parries the jab, steps out to his right. Right now, look, Graziano is the one on the ropes. So this is what an elite fighter does to you. Now Robinson easily steps out of that situation. Now he does a very, very smart thing here because he actually kind of feints his jab here. Many people don't realize what he did here. He actually kind of feints his jab. I noticed before how he noticed Graziano would change levels and move his head out to the side when he feints his jab. Robinson uses that opportunity to do it again. He feints his jab. Graziano does exactly that, changes levels, moves his head out. Robinson is too smart for him, catches him with a beautiful right hand. Right, catches him with a right hand and immediately goes to tie him up and control his body. Because Robinson is just the greatest fighter I've ever really seen. I mean, he goes to control his body. Apart from Floyd Mayweather Jr., who is also in that list, he goes to control his body. And then look at what happens as Graziano is trying to push him off him. As Graziano is trying to push Sugar Ray Robinson off him, he fires that quick right uppercut right down the middle, and then he comes through with a left hook. Completely backs up Graziano to the ropes, and Graziano tries to defend himself, and he delivers that knockout punch right down the middle. And this knockout punch is a lot like the one which put Manny Pacquiao to sleep, so that's interesting. He delivers that knockout punch. Look at how when he shoots this knockout punch, this big right hand to the face of Graziano, look at how he changes head positions. Because if you notice where Graziano is actually shooting that left jab, Sugar Ray Robinson's head is about 2 miles away from that left jab. So it just shows you the skill level, how he's able to change head slots to his left, and fire that big punch and knock Graziano out in the 3rd round. Thanks for watching, guys. In my opinion, the greatest fighter of all time, Sugar Ray Robinson. It's really good to be able to do film study of him. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And on to the next one.
All the way. And then again, Robinson is a good counterpuncher, fighting going away. Rocky lost his mouthpiece. He's hurt. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rocky's hurt.